Hi, my name is Michael Godzik, and I am your student's English teacher. I teach both junior or senior English. A little bit about myself. I am 30 years old. I live with my wife and dog and cat in a house. I drive a car. Let's see, more specifically about myself. I started out as a camp counselor at YMCA when I was in high school. I realized I got a big kick out of working with kids. Felt very good to help kids be better, and I pursued that feeling at IUPUI, where I majored in elementary education at first. But then, after about a year, I decided to switch my major to secondary English education. From there, I began working as a writing tutor at IUPUI's fantastic writing center, where I got to help college kids write college level papers. I got pretty good at it. Did that a couple hundred times before I started doing my student teaching at Decatur Central High School. From there, I taught an honors sophomore class as well as a freshman English class as well. Right after I graduated from IUPUI with a Bachelor's of Science in Secondary English Education, I went to South Korea, where I taught tiny little kids. I'd say they were about anywhere from 5 to 12 years old. I taught them conversational English. I lived in Seoul, South Korea, in the northeastern part of the city for about 13 months. Where there, I once again just taught English, taught conversational English, and worked from there. Moving along, I came back in 2014 after being 13 months in South Korea, where I got a job as an ENL para-teacher with Miss McKay here at Speedway High School. From there, I worked for about 2.5 months before summer break happened. I told the principal at the time, hey, I'm looking for a full-time teaching gig. He's like, totally, I get that, good luck. I had about 5 interviews, and then the last one, about 4 days before the first day of school, was at a small school called Gambold Prep, which is an IPS magnet school for college preparedness. Gambold Prep was moved into Shortridge High School, where I taught with the International Baccalaureate program for about 5 years. From there, that's where I gained a lot of the skills that I still use today. I believe that my curriculum and what I teach with my kiddos transcends high school, where no matter what you do after high school, college, workforce, military, really any option, you will benefit from just kind of the critical thinking that I develop in my class and develop in my students. At Shortridge, I applied to the Butler University creative writing program, so I'm actually currently getting a master's in creative writing to further my own understanding of the writing process and my own writing process. I'll be finishing up that in this December, where I'll have completed my master's program. So, about my class, some of my expectations are students show up on time, they're ready to learn, no technology out. I have my own Chromebooks here, so kiddos, if they do need technology, can always use a Chromebook. Also expectations, when someone is talking, regardless of who they are, we listen and we respect each other and we respect ourselves. Ways that we could show respect is, again, showing up on time and paying attention and staying focused. Some of my goals are every class period I have students read something, they take notes, always take notes no matter what, and write and talk about writing. Those are the tenets that I try to work on. We're going to be reading a lot of really cool books this year. The first one for my seniors is going to be Between the World and Me by Ta-Nehisi Coates, and for my juniors will be The Things They Carried by Tim O'Brien, which is actually about the Vietnam War. And so from there, I like to make sure my students are held accountable. So if they don't turn in work, we'll have a conversation, and then I'll assign them the study tables. I believe none of my assignments are just busy work, but rather they will help students kind of cultivate those skills that I believe necessary for success. And some of those skills would just be effectively communicating, understanding how they themselves learn, organizing their ideas, and developing those ideas, and always supporting ideas with evidence from the text. This is just a little bit about me. Speaking of taking notes, This is my email address, mgodzik@speedwayschools.net. Feel free to check out the Speedway High School website to find out more information about me. And my goal is to try to have touch base with all my students, parents and guardians before the end of the quarter. So if you have got a call from me, cool. If not, expect one in the coming weeks. And I really look forward to working with your student and helping them become just a little bit smarter in regards to the English language. So thank you very much.